Hello, my name is Apostle Baksay Ivo. I'm manifest supreme apostle of the complete eternal Lord Jesus Christ in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This broadcast is from Apple Store on Regent Street in the Royal Capital of England in London. In Europe Union, North Atlantic Trade Organization. Same broadcasting here from North Atlantic Trade Organization to Salt Lake City, or rather Lithuania. Lithuania is the North Atlantic Trade Organization between London and European Union and the United States of America and Salt Lake City. So this is actually dedicated, we actually dedicated this video to the most hands of Elohim and His eternal Son, Jesus Christ, as well as to all translated beings who was working with God and said they was with God and God with them to Himself. Today was having such a delicious, sweet days to experience. Today, sir, I'm looking forward to also piece of perfect, but I'm realizing that I need some help. So since I'm a Christian, I actually was born to Relief Society. My mother was a daughter of a Relief Society member, and I was president of Binder, who is the husband of the Relief Society General President Barbara Binder. So Brian Binder was president of Nabu Temple, as was dedicated to President Hindu, the first Nabu president was President Binder, and his wife was matron there. The president was dedicated in 2002. Yeah, Barbara Binder, she was General Society president Church General Society. So we're greeting ourselves as a beautiful being. This side with Sega Lily about charity. So we said we might share this video about charity. There's Relief Society of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is quite great about charity, and there is also in the logo of the society charity mentioned. To appreciate the power of God Elohim, we have here such a beautiful picture of London Temple. I was the key holder. I was holding the keys from two buildings there at the London Temple. That's how London Temple looks like. There, there where the picture is made in is actually Eastern Gate to the temple, or Eastern Gate to the temple ground. And there I also was the key holder of those gates, the Eastern Gate to the temple grounds. Only as I was working at gardener, there is the temple grounds. I was using myself as someone higher estimation at the temple. So I'm now applying to become a president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. To be elected on the General Board of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints about the quorum of First Presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So we have here different sorts of options. How can I, Supreme Apostle Baksay Ivo, become president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, election on the General Board of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, about the quorum of First Presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The most glorious option is me to be translated now to heaven and glory and ascend to heaven. So we ask you, Father, most of us, our Father, in the things that transmission of Jesus Christ in His atonement, and by our obedience, He goes not to gospel, that will be done. And in heaven, accept us, Lord, so that kingdom, forgive us, we forgiving all men, all the trespass they do now, ascend to heaven, and we also ask you to ascend to us now, please. Lord Jesus Christ, Lord Jesus, Lord, ascend to life presence. And that's actually not happening. That's ancient, but almost we ascend to heaven. So we can say that we were doing our best to ascend. Now something that not from the building because it's written there should be on the roof to ascend to heaven. So if you need to be on the roof, we'll get on the roof. if you need to get out of the building, you will also get out of the building. But as we know, after we're doing video here, we was building the weekend get all ready to have an also from within. As long as the God is Almighty and He can deliver people from buildings anytime, without building to be highlighted or failed to be broken, except for that little moment as we would deliver to ourselves. So we was now striving the best option how to get a job board about the presidency. Why? We striving to be translated and learn to ascend to heaven. For it is the commandment of the Most High Father. We are reading on ascend to heaven because we feel I talking about Baksay Ivo and Shiloh and Zion. Now Shiloh in the scriptures is mentioned, for example, in Genesis chapter 49 verse 10. And there's blessed Judah and Judah actually blessed until Shiloh comes. And then Shiloh comes, and after Shiloh is gathering the people. Shiloh will east is now it's gathering time, gathering Israel, then now it's scattering Israel. Now it's gathering Israel. So we were you know, at global at this time, so Israel was scattered to bless, Israel was scattered tribes of people who was posterity of Enoch, who was walking with Quran God with him. And now in this time, we are already global church, so we now have a gathering from these various churches in the letter of saints. Now, some people thought as Joseph Smith and Hiram Smith died, that was those two prophets, and Ben was fighting, and Jesus Christ appeared there where Orson Hyde was dedicated park, Orson Hyde Park. Uh, in Jerusalem, on Mount of Olives, and that's it. It's together 1800. And that has maybe not been yet because Jesus Christ is on happening. Later, after this happening, as Christmas and Harris was passed away in Greek. According to their learning, are still Greeks, they were very ascend to heaven. So they're absolute dead. I think they also absolute dead, they're not going to lay in vain. He was laid to blossom. And we know that he was diligent, he wanted us to have something to do wrong, and he maybe did some blasphemy, of which many members didn't know, and many other members didn't know. Maybe one of the blasphemies was pessimism, atheism, and different sorts of isms which they organized here in America. The Star Star banner was waving, and a lot of free-home brave bagels of 80s and also other wrong isms. Basically organized that President Hinckley, and so President Hinckley was actually died. So we didn't come here to read upon a great President Hinckley, which was realizing that it needs to be change happening. So I was baptized in the town of President Hinckley in 2000. Actually, at the day, as President Hinckley was dedicating Massachusetts Boston Temple in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where Sister Adams lives. Amy Adams lives also there. So we was purchasing a picture of Amy Adams and having fixing how long the woman she lived there, and we can remember what temple actually was dedicated. At the time, his Isaac Hospital was also considered and set up by the Church of Jesus Christ Relations as a member. Was confirmed member of the Church of Jesus Christ Relations. So what can we do to ascend to heaven? Uh, why would we gather the Israel into the heaven? Why would I now ascend to heaven to gather Israel into heaven? Jesus Christ also went there, and now he leads his people on to the place where he's gone to heaven, to live in Yahweh. So what can we do to be more watchful? That Jesus might found us versus already ascend. So he's not striving within the building. It was not completely wrong because some of the faith we had, we can already now ascend. This is also our head, so we're thinking maybe right on the roof or I was building, that's what we'll also still try. But so now we have video time. So what can we do except lifting our hands and saying prayer to Heavenly Father in the name of Jesus Christ, Master and Apostle Baksay Ivo, Ascension to Yahweh in highest heaven? What else can we do? We maybe can preach. Preaching is a significant part of the gospel of Jesus Christ was preaching. Jesus Christ was preaching. He ran from place to place. He said, Caesar, from town to village to village, preaching. Where was Jesus Christ still preaching? You can read in the Gospels. And maybe one of the most glorious things of the Lord's principles, Lord's ordinance describes preaching baptism, the other ascension to heaven. So ascension and baptism now, what can we have in between? Uh, we can see a symbol of the Holy Ghost, some laying on of hands. So that's what we are surprised here. We now realize really on Zen maybe eventually also not most kind of experience. So we said it's such a kind of experience in Zen with the lazy around in the head. And I was thinking when Jesus had his hands lazy, I was showing us how Jesus was choosing to have lazy hands. And I was thinking, and then maybe does he also have the throne in the end there. So we would like to ask the through the atonement of Christ and by the obedience to Lord's gospel, or through the atonement of Christ there might be obedience to Lord's gospel. So then we asking for obedience to Lord's gospel. So we might have a chance like for the gift of the Holy Ghost and ascension to heaven. And we study might be so because we might abstain from the land. Now we remember today we read about Moses in the book of Deuteronomy, which is the fifth book of Pentateuch, Pentateuch. So then Pentateuch, Deuteronomy, and the last book, and there is the end of Deuteronomy written about Moses. That there, and Moab, some Israel between Yabug and Yadabur, or somewhere there. There's a beautiful place where it's Ashkot Sea on one side, and on the other side it's River Jordan is there, and also Nebo. And then Moses eventually is written that he died and was buried, and Israel with Joshua was weeping days, 30 days, and was weeping and with Joshua over the death of Moses. So we was thinking always in Moses ascent to heaven, how could we bury Israel weeping? Was he not reading or teaching Sunday school regarding Moses and Joshua? That we was always thinking Moses ascended from Mount Nebo to Mount Nebo to heaven, to the highest heaven, to present Elohim and Yahweh. We might not need to focus there to emphasize Moses. This video is actually reaction on Cecil or Samuelson video of Brigham University admissions about the Brigham University. So Cecil Samuelson was sending a beautiful letter. I'm absolutely grateful for the letter. I hope that I also will be able to send Cecil Samuelson a beautiful letter. This card is passable card, so I hope that I might pass many Ascension Samuelson might think good guy is sending a letter to Super Apostle Baksay Ivo. Not only that he was sharing delightsome and delicious delis with us, and maybe also something more, but he was also sharing the gospel every day as a preacher. And he was preaching effectively to men the law of transfiguration of Lord Jesus Christ. So men might like to believe in ascension of Lord Jesus Christ, coming as Jesus Christ was transfigured. I watched some of his glory of Peter, James, and John, and was conversing with Moses and Elias, who descended from heaven. Now, how could Moses be buried and resurrected before his resurrection? Could not. So now we see the transfiguration of Jesus Christ is very clearly revealing to us that Moses was not dying, except our Danish friends help us to explain the word death or dying as only living or passing along. So we need to interpret the Holy Scriptures. According to Holy Scriptures, Moses died and was buried. But was he sadly decomposed as President Hinckley? Now, I didn't see President Hinckley's funeral. Not, I saw in a video, but there was no clear if President Hinckley was really in a coffin or if he was putting on the flowers and sand with the toys for children in the future. So they might just find out and they President Hinckley on some toys. And he was saying to him secretly from behind the bush. So this video, people saying that it's a fun, but I think we might think about it. We shall ascend to heaven, and the Church of Jesus Christ is a mystic institution as eternal marriage in a temple, from which we ought to be translated to glory and ascend to heaven. And Moses really descended at the Mount Transfiguration to Jesus Christ from heaven in splendor of glorious vision. So they were shining above the brightness of the sun at the face of Jesus. which maybe also feet of Jesus was lifted above the ground at the transfiguration. So Jesus Christ is maybe also above the ground, about to ascend as those two came from heaven to persuade Jesus Christ to ascend to heaven somewhat later. So let us believe and look up. Let us look forward. That we might have the understanding of the death and burial of Moses as ascension of Moses from Mount Nebo to heaven, as well as uh, that his grave is only the sky or heaven, or as in Slovak language. I also from Slovak Republic was Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, and in Slovak Republic, in Slovak language, heaven or highest heaven is to be understood as the nebo or najvyššie nebo. There's actually wonderful likeness which the Slovaks have, which is another wonderful speak from Slovak language is that Moses is to be interpreted to English language as you may or you're permitted, and Smith the same. Permitted or Moses or Smith or allowed to receive it allowed. Mishnah given. This might not seem as important. I am Slovak. We have a coat of arms, three mountains, Shiloh, Shalom, and Zion, which is to be interpreted as Trey. Matre, Batre, Chatre. So why would I be admitted to BYU? If we listen carefully what I'm saying, would it be logical? Would it be listen as a student of BYU, students of BYU, and the presiding officers, and all those who are related to Brigham Young University, would have listened to them to have me? Where I'm politician, I was born politician. My great-grandfather was the president of Slovak National Bank, Czechoslovak National Bank in Bratislava. So I was born to a prominent family. His was studied was university studies. My grandfather was regarded my father actively in Slovak state, and Slovak state was almost admitted to United States of America, not which is actually fascistic Slovak state. So, so my mother's side was actually bringing deliverance there, and my mother's side grandfather he was kept in the military, and as it came the fascism of Slovakia, he escaped the mountains and was partisan. So the other grandfather he was actually taken to Soviet Union to sort of help fascists in the background to attack the Soviet Union capital. That's I'm sorry about. I hope that there will be great forgiveness in Russia. One day, I, my grandfather was paying atonement for that, but I am here for ascension into heaven. So let us believe that I suffer my Baksay Ivo might receive forgiveness of Heavenly Father, Elohim, Yahweh, and of Yahweh students, and all through my great grandfather's success has been sort of immersed in water by the fascism which came up in Slovak straight after, and which my great grandfather, as president of bank, was involved exceedingly. And he was actually one of the most celebrities of Slovak Republic, as president of National Bank of Slovak Republic. Yet at the same time, thrown straight away into the fascism, like president of Slovak Republic too, and many others. So how can we receive forgiveness now? So one of my grandfathers was eventually bombarded by Soviet Union military and was killed and buried. The other was there living somewhat longer until communism came over as the Soviets with their Warsaw Pact. So can I now send to heaven from Brigham University as a student, please? So I would like you ascend to heaven as Brigham University students. So I'm permitting now all Brigham University students to be translated to heaven glory and to ascend to heaven and to help me fulfill heaven in Brigham University. Also here after this wonderful filmings and this wonderful movie making, I would like to receive phone call and I would like to move to Provo and organize my admissions there online. First, I was trying here from London. It was I brought down the first words, but it seemed to me too complicated from here. So I looking forward to might get me there to promote my organized admissions and wedding. Um, in case that I will not immediately now or straight here after Ascension happen. First, Ascension, as we already were showing, Ascension is the most important subject. Ascension to President Elohim Yahweh in the highest heaven, and even made it. And now the other plants, only as we are for not yet. We sure there's some people who saying, Jesus, we are saying this, let us start doing and then we are saying, or let us just go to that university over there, our friend, our mother, any other students. We're not wishing to have laughter because we have American tongue, and they might have laughter inclusive in that different tongue, which we will not like to have. We like to be safe from laughter. So if we hear me to give out sound of my voice, which are similar to laughter for different places, it's not my plan. A sort of software which came by my wish to do movies in American English of Utah, which has been added to the software also with the side effects of laughter noise. So we believe that we might have here Segolili on size of pin, glistering as gold from Egypt, with Moses and Elijah, but mainly Jesus Christ. And our church little message in YouTube, as you're actually on YouTube, BYU Admission Television, is there. We wish to ascend to heaven and we would like to keep the word of wisdom as law of temporal salvation. Now, word of wisdom. Some man was playing a book of musical and hair musical, and they said a reed of wisdom. Reed of wisdom looks like this, but it's of green color. So we would like to look exceedingly white from reed of wisdom to have a reed of wisdom. And we like to persuade all those playing a book of musical as well as hair musical to accept the invitation which we give to all those who are not yet members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and to be baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I, Supreme Apostle Baksay Ivo, am already having a record in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I'm testifying that the baptism in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the gate unto our translation to heaven, glory, and ascension to heaven. And it's such a glorious experience which we might have. The word of wisdom is about temporal salvation. Therefore, if we obey the word of wisdom, if we search in the Holy Scripture, which is also in topic guide, eventually in Bible dictionary described many scriptures, starting in Genesis in the go, or in the gates of mankind. Adam and Eve was instructed to multiply, replenish, to subdue, and have dominion. Christians follow the creeping things, and to partake on those herbs which are pleasant unto the sight of God and fruitful for the sight of God, fruit for thanksgiving, which is to be found. First book of Moses, named Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 29. We can find 29 and word of wisdom, and also we can find um, we can look for and discover in first book of Moses, Genesis chapter 2, verse 90 and verse 16, as well as in many other verses throughout Genesis, especially chapter 9, verses 3 and 4, and chapter 14, in Genesis chapter 14, verse 18 to 20. We also might find in New Testament, Bible in New Testament, in Gospel of St. Matthew the Evangelist, chapter 26, verses 26 to 28, where similarly as in Jerusalem before, when Melchizedek lived, he was the king of Salem, of Jerusalem. There later Jesus Christ came, and there was friends between times. They created a new friendship. Jesus was born just in Bethlehem, it's only 7 miles from central from the temple place where there's Dome on the Rock now, in the Islamic faith. And now at that time before that there was a Jewish temple, but in town of Melchizedek we just had some houses there. They didn't have any temple, or each house was just a temple in Melchizedek time. And Abraham came there, and they was conversing to partake only of bread and wine. And then we didn't have bread and wine, and Jesus Christ also was just eating only bread and wine. So that's just vegan. Some people say it's pork pie or beef pie, or it's either chicken, sandwich, and rice, well, vodka, my whiskey. So just we think that it's not. It was only bread, such a vegan pie and wine, without butter, without lactose, or I don't reconcile lactose whey powder. So we think that there was actually not. So we think there was such a vegan food and drink. And now in modern age, we have also abstained from alcohol, coffee, tea, tobacco, as well as from some other medical substances we discovered as drugs, or to not to inhale any sorts of smoke, which is psychotropic, or any such. So regarding the code of obscene behavior, to abstain from obscene behavior, It's named the Honor Code of Brigham University. I feel myself as the one who keeps the word of wisdom of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Saints and beyond, as I am striving to ascend to heaven. So I'm searching in a word of wisdom which has been discovered by Adam and Eve in Garden of Eden. Along the path, I was eventually somewhere between Garden of Eden and Enoch was born, ascended to heaven, and then later Noah was building a ship and ark and was descending somewhere from America to Ararat. And as Moses, but Noah, because Noah was the Ararat, you see a rainbow, and then he received also the word of wisdom upon some of the high places. That's wisdom upon high places. Also in Jerusalem by Melchizedek and by Jesus Christ. So this part about word of wisdom. So let's believe that word of wisdom is important. Many in I would like to have some more of joy, to enjoy some more of beauty. Um, so I think that we may have that for me, for Supreme Apostle Baksay Ivo, to have some more political careers. My grandfather was politically active in banking, so he was also banking active, economically active. He was also Minister of Economy, was the President of Bank. And now, through the aid happening, we have the some incident of my grandfather. He was also quite successful, as he was son of the President of Bank, so he was forest president as well. And then my father is Heavenly Father, Elohim, because I was adopted by Jesus Christ. I was born of water and the Spirit. But I was on earth's fathers, earthly fathers. Fathers were also very successful. Catholic Israel has this Abrahamic blessings of Abrahamic religions and the promise to us at this time that Abraham blessed many nations and blessed Abraham for the forefathers. Translations to Heavenly assisted on perfectioning of members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Saints and conversions of those anointed members to be baptized in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Saints. So I was desperately seeing a Brianna Jensen, and she was an absolute singer. So I started researching with all Brianna Jensen to marry me. So if they would like to react to this video somehow friendly and like me, I like the videos first. I'm sure that you will like me to be even more beautiful and more blistering tie and whiter shirt and maybe greater P-tips and triceps and deltoids and greater forearm and trappers and all my muscles and maybe I could be slimmer too and greater 2 meters and 13 centimeters greater. And I like to be also whiter is that sorts of pink, right? Orange pink. So something white I have. So let's believe that we might have more whiteness and such a beautiful whiteness, not such an old sort of whiteness, sort of disappearance whiteness to the dust. But we would like to have such a heavenly whiteness of heavens, as Elohim and Yahweh, white and glistering. So let us therefore believe that we might have such wonderful love to one another, and to have the translation to heavenly glory and ascension to the highest heavens, where Elohim and Yahweh dwells. And to their presence sends me and my friends. Let me have many friends. So let me therefore have great income that I might employ all and I might feel as a wonderful friend who employs exceeding many. What else? What more can we do for employment? So with that, Jesus ever was preaching equity or equality of the household of God as if Jesus Christ was second time around. So Jesus Christ was preaching first time, second time was there. Well, we can now preach as Jesus Christ was second time here, as Jesus Christ was first time. He was preaching as first time. But if man was knowing how to eventually preach as second time, so we would like a second time where we were somewhere hearing prophets having such a secret that as Jesus' second time has come, it will be so marvelous, then it will be translated from or sent to heaven. So why not have it earlier? We shall have it earlier. I believe that's the best subject we could have for children of God and for children of man to become and to feel more as children of God on earth. I believe that we shall help one another to have that equity of the household of God as Jesus Christ, second time, already among us. Also financially, there's spiritual gifts to share, financial gifts to share, and I to be your glorious president to ascend to heaven first, and to help Jesus Christ to lead you on where he has gone. Might as well David City. So this for maybe our clothing. Jesus Christ was revealing to us that this wish is, and it's according to the Bible, New Testament Gospel of Ascension, chapter 14, verses 12 to 15. Jesus Christ is revealing to us that we supposed to accomplish greater acts as he was accomplishing before. I mean, at least as such as he himself did accomplish, or greater even, as Jesus Christ could accomplish those times 2,000 years ago, 1,980 years ago, or even years ago. So Jesus Christ was accomplishing marvelous. We need to exceed him according to the reality of the fact that Jesus Christ is there in heaven. Our advocate with Elohim, Yahweh advocates us there, and therefore that he speaks for us, we supposed to accomplish greater deeds. So let us therefore sing how lovely we might be, how lovely we might um, preach the gospel. So sing with me, please. I promise, and this is the end. You have right at the end to get that done. The pro might accept me completely to themselves as the most glorious descending from heaven to United America. I want to stand on the I need to ascend soon. He wanted to tame me, and he was asking such a exact question. If I ever was in hell and if I wanted to get, I was in junk to carry that I don't like him anymore. So next now I can get also up to Provo. That's sort of quite higher than New York. It's 1,000 or 1,300 meters above the level of the oceans. It's up in Cordilleras and Rockies, North Mountains, and Baksay, like the Utah Lake. It's such a wonderful university, Brigham University in Provo. That's where I would like to stand. So it's even higher than Sandy is saying, or Lindsay or Brianna, whom I like to marry, someone to stand. They know all these wonderful friends. So I would like to marry in heaven, in Temple, in highest heaven, or in Salt Lake Temple. So mainly I'm prepared to obey Heavenly Father into heaven, as I would like to stay with Jesus Christ and not tell Jesus Christ, sorry, Jesus, I just not to some of the temple to marry, and then I'll come again to be with you again. So that's not acceptable. But we and I with Jesus Christ, we wish to ascend to heaven. So if you might manage to heaven, or if you might therefore wish Jesus to them, and to wish Jesus to prepare for ascension to the wedding, they'd also accept that as a secondary option. So Brianna links with me to heaven to marry in heaven. In highest heaven, which we ought to believe, from the sins of Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, from the sins of Brigham Young, and from the sins of Joan Taylor, and from the sins of Wilford Water, William Snow, George Albert Smith, David McKay, and from the sins of Billy Smith, Elderly, Spencer W. Kimball. That's what I asked for. Spencer W. Kimball, 979, I'm from 70s. Here. So all those who were born in the 70s, obviously. And now then in the 80s there was still Spencer W. Kimball, Ascension Benson, and Howard W. Hunter was in 95. And after the 90s, then came Gordon Williams Hinckley, still 90s. And we also were passed away in 2008, so we now have President Thomas Spencer Monson claiming he wants to pass. So we need to persuade him. How will we persuade him, brothers and sisters? Let us believe that we shall be grateful, and then we shall remember to save President Monson from his sins, so that we will sustain President Monson from his sins, or save President Monson from his sins of his world, sustain President Monson from his world. This we can found actually at the banking chapter. In the book of Pronounces on Jesus Christ, there is a banking chapter. And there is explained how Newton was banking. And guess not, I'm born to bankers. So my grandfather was President of National Bank of Czechoslovakia. Republic of Czechoslovakia. In the time, Stephen Friedrich Hoover was born there, in the 1930s. And then my grandfather, person at that time, my grandfather was President of National Bank in Bratislava. And he was doing master banking. And in Book of Alma, in Book of Pronounces on Jesus Christ, Book of Alma, there is in chapter 11 a banking chapter. How he was banking, and there is written, brothers and sisters, banking for men shall be saved from their sins and ascend to heaven. Now, how can we unless we forgive one another? So let us forgive one another completely. Let us apologize to one another. And let us say to each other, ascend unto heaven, in forgiving you, ascend. So your sins are forgiven, brothers and sisters. I, by the authority of the Holy Order of Son of God and Jesus Christ, Master of the Baksay, dedicate this video for forgiveness of all our sins. And this is charity, which exceeds all prophecies. And if anybody trusting in prophecies, believe to Super Apostle Baksay, or as you believe in Jesus Christ. And if you believe in Jesus Christ, believe in Super Apostle Baksay. And if you don't believe in Super Apostle Baksay, believe in Jesus Christ. We receive gross sins and we need to forgive one another. Yeah, that's charity. And if you comment to one another that he is forgiven, therefore ascend to heaven, there we can also ascend to heaven. Is there anything more in charity? The prophecy is really not more. So that's what I said. The prophecy to be forgiven as a sin, and charity, our obedience to Jesus Christ, to now prevail and to help us to ascend to heaven or to pro at least. So you come community of souls you might already receive, which is I don't need to feel state to ascend to heaven. I rather accept it to Provo and I can ascend from Provo. I believe that Provo citizens and residents of Provo may ascend to heaven, also forget my university students. Also President Samuelson, he might ascend. This is personally what we wanted to stay here from London and as Spirit started for Salt Lake City and for Utah. Brigham Young University in Provo, inclusive. I love you. Thank you. Bye. God be with us and meet again. Farewell. Happy journeys and welcome to Europe too if you're coming. Yeah. Bye.